Greetings. Elder Blacklight with another Allah's 24/7 prime time. My topic is going to be master and servant. Which one establishes jurisdiction? A lot of you don't really know what master and servant really means in today's language. It's plantation language. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to give it an update. Legalese is the language that they're using nowadays. And it's a part of technology. While everyone is watching Gail and Oprah and discussing Gail and Oprah, the snakes up in Washington in the swamp are in the process of eating each other. And these guys you got on YouTube, the talking heads you got on YouTube, they're not really real because they don't want to be free. So while the snakes are busy eating each other, they got to distract the 85% of deaf, dumb, and blind on something. So they're creating a reality show. And then so you could get on YouTube and Facebook and other medias and talk about that. So we done dropped the talk of reparations. We done dropped talk about being free from this society, because these brothers and sisters that you see are getting money from being black, talking black. You know, the problems of black people. They are getting paid off of YouTube and other different medias. They don't really want to deal with winning this battle, the war of Armageddon. Winning this war, I keep saying battle. But right now I'm gonna break down a few things to you. The term master and servant. Life is what you give, what you pay attention to. In videos coming up, I'm going to show you how people don't pay attention. Life is what you pay attention to. Terms, jargon, and vernacular, and street slang, and professional jargon, or languages is a disguise. But we're going to talk about how we in martial law. In Barnes' legal guides defines as follows: law, martial law is the law of military necessity, where the military exercises great control over civilians, and civilians of affairs. Usually defends because of the existence of war. Y'all got that? Let me read that again. Military exercises great control over civilians and civilian affairs, usually because of the existence of war. Donald Trump, he just do what he want to do. Now check this out though. uh, when instituted, it is complete and represents the arbitrary will of the commander, controlled only by consideration of strategy, tactics, and policy, and is subject only to the order of the president. Under martial law, the commander can seize men and hold them in confinement without a trial. That's what they're getting ready to do. They do it, now in some cases, but they're going to do this on a mass level. That's why brothers are scared to really speak against this corrupt government, because they don't want the FBI, the CIA, but they ain't gonna mess with you, man. We don't have no power, and because we deaf, dumb, and blind to who we are. Now we're gonna get into jurisdiction while we don't have jurisdiction. See, the word master and servant really means, under the law, the definition of that's in the law dictionary says that the other word for it is master is employer, and the servant is the employee. The only ones that don't have that kind of relationship is subcontractors. But you're an employee, but you're a servant, and the employer is the master. So now, if you think of it's all how you think about it. See, so you don't think that you're a servant and working for the master because you're getting a paycheck. But look what they're doing with the money. First, the cash turns into a check. First, the money is gold coins. It's coins, precious metals. Then it turns into paper. Then the paper turns into, you could cash the paper into you could take that paper and cash it in for gold coins or any kind of coin. Then they quit doing that because they confiscated all the gold from the citizens and just use paper as an IOU or a debt. Then they quit giving out paper and start writing out checks because they say it's more convenient. And then they quit writing out checks, transfer your check to a debit card or some kind of card. And you get paid through your telephone, through your cell phone. You see. Now, y'all think it's cool. Y'all think that's cool. You ain't got to go to the bank. Y'all think it's convenient. You could buy things off the computer, and they got bitcoins, and you could buy things off your cell phone or your smartphone or whatever. So y'all keep on thinking that's cool. Keep on thinking that's cool. I want to ask you a question. In ancient times, did they have a hospital How many hospitals did they have in one town or one city? I'm talking about when we was back over in Africa. So let's say around the time of the building of the pyramids. How many hospitals did they have? Dentist office did they have? How many insane asylums did they have where crazy people go? Did they just let the crazy people roam the streets? How did they get rid of their waste? You know, how did they get rid of their waste? How did they stay cool? Did they just sweat to death? What kind of system did they ran back in those days? Well, nowadays you got a massive amount of hospitals everywhere filled up with people. Not only that, you got a bunch of jailhouses. How many penitentiaries did they have? How many jailhouses did they have? You got thousands of people in cages, thousands of people that's sick, and most of the crazy people they just let roam the streets because they quit building psycho wards. You lost jurisdiction when you lost your mind, black man and black woman. So we're going to try to help us regain the mind back so we can get our jurisdiction back. So just think about what I'm saying, and we better get it together quick because the White House, they're over there fighting in the White House. Now it's the perfect opportunity for us to unite and come together. We will never have any kind of power, any kind of wealth when we don't have jurisdiction. And see, if you live in the ghetto, and the ghetto means an ethnic group in one spot, and you ain't controlling your ghetto, you ain't controlling your block, you ain't controlling your community, you don't have jurisdiction. We're going to break down on the next video what jurisdiction really means. This is Black Light. Stay tuned up.